Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jenny Allen, and before we get started with today's video, please make sure that you are subscribed, that you thumbs up this video, and that you check the description box below, because I have a lot of things in the description box below where you can sign up to my mailing list, sign up for weekly devotionals, and sign up to get a graphic about new beginnings and a goal setting sheet to be able to set your spiritual goals for 2022. So please make sure that you check the description box below. So for today's video, we're going to do a word study using my Strong's Concordance. The Strong's Concordance, as you can see here. I've had a couple of people ask me for me to do a video showing how to use the Strong's Concordance and how I use it. Okay, so I'm going to be demonstrating for you how I use it, and we're going to be using the Beatitudes, which is taken from Matthew chapter 5 verses 1 to 10. Matthew chapter 5 verses 1 to 10. So what I do when I'm going to be using my Strongs and how I approach all of my Bible studies is, first of all, I go and do research on the particular chapter that I'm looking for, that I'm going to study. So here, as you can see, let me put it, because I've got my camera of a bit of a funny angle. Here we go. Here you can see where I have started, and I've done a little bit of background research on Matthew chapter 5, and I've put here verses 1 to 12. So I go and do background research using the internet. I go on Bible Gateway. I also have other commentaries that I go and have a look in. I've got the Tony Evans Bible commentary. I have other commentaries that I have, and other books that I have for study. If you want me to do a video on the things that I use when I'm going to do a chapter study or a character study or a Bible study, please let me know in the comments and I can do that video for you. So I go and look in, and I go and get an overview of that particular subject or chapter or book that I'm going to study. I also make sure that I have a dictionary. You can get a lot of online dictionaries, but this is an old dictionary that I've got. As you can see, it's battered, but it's one of the very first dictionaries that I bought. So I go and I get a dictionary to look up the meaning of words in English. And we're going to be, I'm going to be using that dictionary today as well, so you can see how I use it. And so that is the basics of what I get together to use when I'm going to do a chapter study or a word study. So I've got my overview of the Beatitudes, and let me just go through some of the notes that I've written about the Beatitudes. So the Beatitudes are 8 character traits that mark an authentic servant of God. They are not unattainable goals. They are attainable experiences that begin as attitudes. Each attitude has a corresponding promise connected to it, and we have to begin with these attitudes. Okay, so that's some of the overview that I've got for Matthew chapter 5. Also, Matthew 5 forms part of Matthew 5 chapters 5 to 7, which is the Sermon on the Mount, and which is Jesus's kingdom manifesto. In it, he explains what the kingdom is, how it works, and what it ought to look like. Okay, so the Beatitudes forms part of the Sermon on the Mount from Matthew's chapters 5 to 7, and it is the Kingdom Manifesto. So I've got my overview, I've got all my books ready, all my my books ready, all my bits and pieces to start investigating, and I've done my background information check on it. So I'm going to take Matthew chapter 5 verses 3 as an example of what I'm going to show you of how I study using the Strong's Concordance. Okay, so let me just read Matthew chapter 3 for you. Okay, so I'm just going to fold that in half so that you can see. Okay, there we go. So I thought I would print out the Beatitude on a piece of paper. And this is in the New King James Version. And Matthew chapter 5, I'll read verses 1 to 3, yes? And seeing the multitudes, he went up into a mountain, and when he was seated, his disciples came to him. Then he opened his mouth and taught them, saying, Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. So the word that we're going to look at today as a form of study is the word poor. So what I will do firstly is look at the word poor in the English dictionary. So I will get my dictionary, and here is the word poor. Here's the word poor, which in English means having little money, unproductive, inadequate, insignificant, needy, miserable, pitiable, feeble, not fertile. So there we have all the meanings for the word poor. And then I will also, because this has a thesaurus attached to it, I will also have a look at what the other words that can be used for the word poor, which is here. So instead of using the word poor, you can use badly off, broke, destitute, hard up, impoverished, indignant, in need, in want, necessitous, needy, penniless. Okay, so we've got all the other words that you can use instead of using the word poor. These words can be substituted for the word poor. Okay, then I will make notes of all those words in my journal as I'm doing the study. And then I will pick up my Strong's Concordance. There we go, let's just change that. I will pick up the Strong's Concordance, and I will go to the word poor in the concordance. I will put in a note. I will put the video in the description box there, where I did a book review and an overview of the Strong's Concordance, because it is quite a meaty book. And I will put the link in the description box below and in the tape at the top of the screen, where you can click and watch my Strong's Concordance review. So for this now, you'd obviously open the book. You'd open the book, and then you would look for the word poor, P-O-O-R. So I've taken the liberty of finding it beforehand, because as I prepared for this. So you would look for the word poor in the Strong's Concordance, and then next to it, all the scriptures are listed in scripture in biblical order as it is in the Bible, and then you will go through and look for the word poor from the scripture that you're studying. So let me just pull this down. Okay, all the words that are written in red are the words that Jesus spoke. All the words that are written in red are the words that Jesus spoke. So here. So here at the top, you can see I've put a dot there, and here you have blessed are the poor. So it will just put the letter there in spirit, and then you've got your reference Matthew chapter 5, and then you've got the scripture here, and it's 4434, 4434. So you would make a note of that number. Okay, so remember that the Old Testament is written in Hebrew and the New Testament is written in Greek. So we're going to be going to the Greek portion of the Strong's Concordance. So you make a note of 4434. Once you've made your note, you will go to the back of the Concordance. As you can see, this is the Hebrew section. You don't want that because these words are in relation to the New Testament, to the Old Testament, sorry. So you will go to the Greek section. Here's the Greek section. And then you would look for the number 4434. Okay, so let's search for 4434. Once again, I've taken the liberty to prepare it ahead of time. So you go to 4434, which is here. So let me zoom in so that you can see that. There we go, 4434. So 4434 gives you what the word poor means in the Greek, and then it will give it to you as it is written in the Greek, and then it will give you the pronunciation, and then it will go on to describe what the words mean, what that word means, and if the number links to any other word in the Greek part of the concordance that will help you to interpret what that words mean. Sometimes the words can be made up of two other words in the dictionary to form the word that you're actually looking at. So here you've got the word poor, and it means to crouch, and it's akin to 4422. So there's a reference there. So you can go and have a look at 4422, and the alternate of 4098. You can go and look up 4098 in the Greek dictionary. Look at that number, and it will help you with the understanding of your original word 4434. Then it goes on to explain a beggar, as in cringing. You've got pauper, and then it will go on to give you an explanation, and it will also give you other scriptures of where the word poor is used. It will give it to you in the form of an adjective. It can give you the meanings of it in the perspective of a noun, and it can also give you the perspective of a particular word using a verb, in terms of a verb. And you can see here that it will go down and it will give you other scriptures where the word poor is used. Okay, and then you make your notes. So what I do, I've printed out this scripture. So what I did was I wrote down the number in the Greek dictionary, and I wrote down the word in Greek, and then I wrote down the keywords that I found in looking in the dictionary, the Greek dictionary, and I wrote it down here. If I want to know how to pronounce this word, because obviously it's another language, I will go to my Blue Letter Bible, which I've got the app here. Okay, I will go to my Blue Letter Bible, which is here. Okay, then I will look up Matthew chapter 5. Oh, that's the Old Testament. I will look up Matthew and then go to chapter 5. Okay, so if you go to your Blue Letter Bible, as I was saying before, if you have the app, you go to the chapter that you're looking for, you click into the verse that you want to have the study on, you will see the reference at the top, and then you click into Interlinear Concordance, and then you scroll down, and then you will find the reference that we were looking at, 4434. Here is the reference, 4434, the word in the Greek and the word pour, and then you will click the symbol to get the correct pronunciation.
Strong's G 4434. Tochas. Tochas.
There we go. Okay, so I hope that this explanation helped you and it ministered to you. Please make sure that you leave comments in the comment section below if you've got any other questions, or if you would like me to do a study on something else, or how this really helped you. So thank you for joining today. God bless you, and I'll see you in my next video. God bless.